Hello and welcome to financialexpress.com. Today we have a legendary brand that's coming back, the Tata Sierra. Now this Tata Sierra is an all new vehicle. It shares its platform with the Tata Curve, but it's nothing like the original, which was based on the Tata 207, which was introduced in 1991. This is the 2025 variant. It's a monocoque that was a ladder-on frame. Let's take you through some of the design elements which hark back to the original. Now, if you look at the front, now this is the ICE variant. You're going to get it in two variants, the EV and the ICE. The ICE variant has this grille up front over here, and that's how you differentiate it. This is entirely a one-piece grille which goes right around with the LED DRLs built in here, right? And then you have the headlamps below that and the fog lamps down in the bumper. Now, if you look at it a little holistically, you still see that Tata smiley face design. You remember that curve, the smiley face? It's still there in this car. And that was something that was always there in all Tata vehicles from back in the day. Now, if you come across to the side, you see, to give it that SUV-like proportion, it's got large 19-inch wheels. And this gives it that huge SUV-like proportion with this entire cladding over here and these chunky fenders. Now, the main part that harks back to the old Sierra is this part of the design, which is the thick B-pillar. Now, designing this, if you remember the old Sierra, it had that was a 2-door, and this is a 5-door, right? That was a 3-door, this is a 5-door. Now, how do you incorporate that same old 3-door look into a 5-door? So what they've done is they've maintained this thick proportion of the B-pillar over here. So you get this look of the cab of the original Sierra. And here they've done this kind of blacked out element. So it looks like this is the glass that's kind of curving over, right? In the original Sierra also you had the glass which kind of curved over, but that you couldn't open the rear doors. But here, for convenience, and of course, India, we want practicality. So you can open the rear doors over here. It's a 5-door design. Now let's just step into the back. The Sierra was always very comfortable, had sofa-like seats at the back. Have they translated that to this car, even though it's much smaller? This is only 4.3 meters in length. That was a larger car. I would say yes, because this, look at the under-thigh support. Look at my feet. They're flat on the floor, get good under-thigh support. I get good leg room over here. And because of this complete airy design and this panoramic sunroof, have a lot of headroom also over here. So it really translates into a pretty airy car. But yes, it's not huge in that sense. It is a compact SUV. For reference, this is going to go up against the Hyundai Creta. So it's in the same size segment as the Creta. This would be Tata's answer to the Creta, which is the leader in the segment in terms of sales, right? Safety features, 6 airbags, and then you've got this panoramic sunroof. You've got 2 cup holders here. You've got Type-C charging port, 65 watt, rear AC vents, terrain modes, and of course, if you just look at the front, you have this entire 3-screen layout, triple screen layout going right across, end to end, coast to coast, as Tata calls it, coast to coast design, which is something you see even in the Mahindra XEV 9e. This is becoming a trend now, this straight screen right across, which is there for even the passenger to see some infotainment. At the rear, you have the tweeters built in here in the thick B-pillar. They've made use of the space so that the passenger doesn't feel very claustrophobic. They've made use of the space, and you also get rear sun blinds built into the door very smartly. So see, that was one problem with the original Sierra. It used to get really warm in there because it's a large glass house. So here, they've taken care of that. Okay, it's going to be a 5-seat only. There's not much space in the boot, but just take a look at the boot. Okay. You get an electrically operated tailgate, and because the tail lamps are put on the boot lid entirely, you have another set down here when the tailgate is open, so that you can, it's a safety measure that you see when the tailgate is open. Now this again, complete curved around design with a single piece tail lamp from end to end. It goes right around, and once you open the boot, you have another set of tail lamps over there, because that's a safety feature that offers it. Another car in this segment that offers it, you would see it in the Mahindra B6 also. When you open the boot, you have the indicators there. Similar design over here. Pretty large boot. Don't know the exact capacity right now, but I will give you the specs in a while. This is the ICE variant. So Tata is offering two engines on this: the 1.5 liter petrol, turbo petrol, and the 1.5 liter diesel. Of course, E20 compliant, and as we know, very controversial topic talking about E20 fuels. So let's look at the rear now. Now this design from over here comes straight down and flat like the original Sierra. The original Sierra also had a spare wheel mounted on the boot, but of course this is a much smaller car and you can't have the spare wheel on the boot. So, but it harks back to the original design. This is only a design unveil for the Tata Sierra. It's going to be launched in petrol, diesel and electric models. So if you just look at it, I would say it's a very smart looking vehicle. Price range would be, just a guess, between 12 lakhs starting base price going all the way up to about 24 lakhs when you go into the EV range. Don't just take my word for it. Let's also speak to Martin Uhlarik, who is the head of global design for Tata Motors, and he's the man behind this car. And let's talk to him about how difficult it was to engineer something like this and hark back to the old Sierra with the design. Now I'm with Martin Uhlarik, who's the global head of design for Tata Motors and the man behind this beauty, the Tata Sierra. Martin, I've got to ask you, this car had some pretty big boots literally to fill. You had the earlier Sierra, which was on a ladder frame chassis and a boxy design, and you had to bring back that same kind of ideology in this car.
Yes.
How difficult was it working on two different platforms? Because this is a completely new platform, the Atlas platform.
As you say, I mean, the original Sierra was, over 30 years ago. World's
91.
moved on.
Yeah.
Completely different platform, different approach, philosophy. Technology has changed, manufacturing has changed, and but the DNA is still the same.
Right, but translating that same glasshouse effect into this design, which is a practical design with 5 doors, and you have your challenges because you got to have the roof rail and all that.
That's right.
How did you manage to pull it off? Because visually, when you look at it at a glance, yes, you do see the silhouette.
Sure. It was a big challenge. I mean, we did years of sketching, models, reviews. We've done a number of concepts. This idea, this design has been a work of a lot of people working for a long time to get it right. Like you said, big expectations, big responsibility, but also completely different set of parameters.
Now, of course, you also have modern technology to work with. You've got LED lighting.
Yes.
At that time, you only had fixed halogen glass headlamps, rectangular ones. So translating LED lighting into a product like this, but yet trying to keep that old shape. How difficult was that?
Yeah, it was very difficult. Like I said, at the same time, I didn't want this to be a retro car, retro design. It's a modern car, a contemporary, forward-looking design, which is for future customers. But at the same time, it has to have it has to be identifiable as a Sierra. But the technology is completely contemporary.
Right, and again, the platform. Now, this is a monocoque. That was a ladder frame.
Yes.
And so, working with a monocoque platform, which is easier, monocoque or a ladder frame?
I mean, it's for me as a designer, it's the same. It doesn't matter, whether I'm working on a monocoque or a ladder frame, whether I'm working on an ICE or EV. The design approach is still the same. It doesn't matter what the powertrain, platform, technology. I approach each program, each project separately, but it's ultimately the same approach.
Right. And then there's the whole thing about the identity of the car. Now, Tata products have come to be known for their smiley face identity, right?
Yes.
The smiley face grill, right from the Indica onwards.
That's right.
Every car kind of had a smiley face. Okay, the older Sierra and Estate probably had influence from maybe Mercedes of that time.
That's right.
But after that, the whole smiley face design came in, which you call the human line and all that.
Yeah, the humanity line.
Right, the humanity line. in this now and a global trend now is to take the headlamps lower for pedestrian safety and all of that, right? So how do you maintain that smiley face when literally the eyes of the car have gone lower?
Well, I mean, it doesn't really have the smiley face other than, you can see the lamp and it has a dip. So it has an homage to the original Humanity line, but it's not their, first read anymore. Ultimately, for me, the priority was that it's a Sierra, that it's an SUV, that it has an authenticity to it and a simplicity, and from a design point of view, a timelessness. Not every Tata has to look the same.
Okay. So each one with its unique identity?
Yes.
That's great. So SUVs, sedans, hatchbacks, what's your favorite sketchbook?
Well, if I had to be really honest with you, my favorite sketchbook is a sports car. But we're not there yet.
You had the Avinya, but
Well, yes, almost.
almost. It'll soon become reality?
Yes, definitely. We're working on it.
Okay, great.
And
Thanks.
it'll be the same level of delivery like this, from concept to production.
And that's something that Tata has been doing pretty well. What
Yes.
you showcase as a concept is, I would say, 90% there.
You can buy the concept.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Martin.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you. So that's the quick design walk around of the Tata Sierra for you. What do you think about this design? Please let us know in the comments below.